What's going on YouTube? Welcome back to another video. So guys, today we are playing Fall Guys after a very long time. I'm going to show you guys all the new maps in Season 4. The first one over here is called Skyline Stumble. It's a race. Before we start the video guys, make sure to hit a like on this video and also subscribe if you haven't yet. And after the maps, I'm also going to show you guys the other new features in the game. So the first thing that we see that's new on Skyline Stumble is basically the jump zones, I like to call them. So basically a blue zone that you're in, and if you're in this zone, you can jump higher. Next thing is these buttons, and basically if you jump on these buttons, you can fire stars to the people on the other side. By the way guys, I tried to make this video short for you guys. It's 7 maps, so this is a lot of gameplay to show of course, but I speeded up the clips as you guys can see. I hope you guys don't mind, but this way you can still see the gameplay and it doesn't take that long. So the video was 16 minutes before the double speed that I added, and right now it's 8 minutes, so I think this is very good and you can still see the gameplay. So one thing over here on the end of this map, you basically have these triggers that shoot you upwards. Now as you guys can see, a lot of people were struggling with this, so the alternative that you have is basically on the side. This is a little bit slower. Again, you have the blue jump zone that gives you a jump boost, but then again, if you're struggling too much on these triggers, then it might be that you not get qualified. So over here, just an example on how to do it with the triggers. I don't know if there is a faster way, but this is how I managed to do it. Next up, we have hoverboard heroes. On this map, you basically have to reach the finish to be qualified, and you have to stay on the hoverboard. But sometimes, as you guys can see, you have obstacles, and then you have to jump over the obstacles, or you actually have to climb them and then get on the hoverboard back this way. So the hoverboard is moving at all times. It seems slow in the beginning, but after a while you really have to be fast. You have to climb the obstacles fast so you can get back on the hoverboard. So first it's just simple, then you have some things shooting at you from the sides, also pretty easy to dodge I think, but then it gets difficult when you actually have to get on a different platform. So the hoverboard is still moving of course, but it's moving under us. So the goal is of course to move over this obstacle as fast as possible so you can reach the hoverboard. If you can't reach it in time, then you're basically done. And if you don't fall on the hoverboard, then you're also out of course. Next up we have short circuit. It says navigate the obstacles and race 2 laps around the course. So it's a race, but you have to do this race twice. So 2 laps that you have to do and then you can finish. So this is actually pretty cool. It's like an actual race, not point to point, but with laps. So basically in the beginning, you have to go through these blocks. You have to navigate through them. But if you spawn in the middle, you can also climb on the blocks and then you can just jump over them, which is a lot easier. Then over here we have the blue zone again. I just wanted to show you guys, but you also have a purple zone. And the blue zone is a jump boost, but over here for example we have the purple zone, and in the purple zone it's a lot harder to jump. So if you have this parkour, if you have to do it, always try to go to the part where you see a blue zone. There are also buttons that you can use by the way to switch a blue zone to a purple zone or the other way around. Next up we have big shots. This is a survival, so the goal is just don't fall into the slime. The hardness of this mode is you're standing on a seesaw platform with your teammates or with your opponents actually, and then also you have these cannons on the sides that shoot random objects at you, and basically you have to dodge them. The objects, as you guys can see, are pretty big though. Next up we have power trip. So in this game mode you're playing in teams, and basically what you have to do is walk over the tiles, claim them for your team, and at the end of the round the team with the most amount of tiles wins. But the thing is, if you want to claim a tile, you basically have to walk over them, but you must hold a battery. So over here I was walking, I didn't claim anything, then I picked up the battery, and now you guys can see I'm claiming them for my team. And at the top of the screen you can also see the score. So at the end of the round, the team with the most tiles wins, and also there aren't as much batteries as players, so people will of course try to steal your battery. Next up we have a race again. It's called Roll On, and it's very simple. Just run across the rotating rings to reach the finish. So you have these rotating rings that we already know in Fall Guys, and basically in these rings you have these gaps. Basically look out for the gaps. If you fall into the gaps, you have to start back from the checkpoint. I would say the main difficulty in this one is not really doing the parkour. It's not really going from ring to ring, but it's basically just a crowd that annoys you very much, and you just have to keep calm and get to the next ring. At the end also you have this, which is also basically 2 rotating rings. Very simple race in my opinion, but like I said, the amount of people that you have in your lobby, the crowd, can make it very difficult. Next up we have basketfall, not basketball, basically a team mode again. Just like basketball, you have to score points by throwing the ball in the basket of the opponent team. But as you guys can see, the opponent was actually running faster than me when I was holding the ball. So this is kind of the difficulty. And also near the baskets, again, you have the blue zone that gives you a jump boost. So basically jump into the basket and you will respawn in the middle. Another thing that's also pretty important is if you see a golden ball, definitely try to score this one for your team because they're worth 5 points. So guys, these were all the maps. Now the new things that we have, first of all, in the menu you can see on the left, we have daily challenges. With these daily challenges, you can either earn XP or there's also something new called shards. And these shards, basically you can trade 60 of them in for 1 crown. So top right, you can see it. Right now, I have 0 shards. If I have 60, I get a crown. Another way to earn these shards is basically by winning a squad show. So squad show is also something new. This is basically that you're playing together with your friends. So you're not against your friends anymore, but you can actually win with your squad of 4 people. So the way it works is you have the same races, the same maps, but the thing is, when you finish, you don't get qualified, but you actually earn points for your team. And the earlier that you finish, the more points that you earn for your team. At the end of the round, the top 10 teams with the most amount of points, they win. So if you finish early, more points for your team. If you finish late, less points for your team. And then basically the average of your team will decide if you get qualified. So over here, I finished. I got 23 points. We were 10th place. The top 10 qualified and we were through. Last thing that I'm going to show you guys is basically just the season pass, all the things that you can unlock. I'm just going to end it over here. I'm going to let this roll. We also have a Among Us skin, I think, so that's also pretty cool. If you guys want to see more Fall Guys, just let me know. Like this video. If you guys want me to stream it, right now we can also play together, so we can play in a squad. So that's also very cool, of course. That was it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and peace out, you guys.